Hello all, in this video I will be showing you the difference between compile time error, runtime error and logical error clearly with an example. I will show you examples that would generate compile time error, runtime error and logical error so that you will understand the difference between these errors clearly. So let's get started. Firstly, what do you mean by compile time error? As the name itself suggests, the errors generated by the compiler during the compilation process is called as compile time error. It means when you give your source code to the compiler to convert that into binary code, right? And if your compiler finds that there is a problem with your source code, okay, in terms of syntax, or if the compiler understands that there is a problem with the vocabulary of your language, then the compiler will not convert that source code into binary code. Rather, it will stop the compilation process and it would actually generate an error, or it would throw an error, right, indicating what was the problem with the syntax, right? Say for example, let me give you an example over here. Okay, so as you can see, I have a file called as compile time error.c. okay, it's a file which contains a source code with a missing semicolon. As you can see in the source code, we have a printf function call. It is supposed to be terminated with a semicolon, but there is a semicolon missing over here, so it means there is a syntax problem in this piece of code, isn't it? So now let me compile this code and see if the compiler gives us an error or not, right? So before compiling, I want you to notice that when I actually try to see the files which are there in this directory, okay, I can only find 3 source files, and as you can see, there are no executable files over here, right? So why am I saying this to you is because when you get a compile time error, or when the compiler generates an error, right, so the compilation stops and any kind of binary files will not be generated. There won't be any executable files that would be generated, is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So compile time errors are those errors, okay, which are caught by the compiler during the compilation process if there is any kind of syntax problem or vocabulary problem with the language, right? And such kind of errors when generated will stop the compilation process and no executable file will be generated. Okay, now let me show that to you. So I'm compiling this file, okay, compile time error.c, in which I had a function call with semicolon missing. Okay, so when I compile this code, okay, automatically the compiler is generating an error which says expected semicolon after expression. Okay, it is also showing me that at the end of printf there is a semicolon missing. Okay, so one error generated. So this is basically called as compile time error, and this error or this syntax problem is caught by the compiler. Okay, and now if I actually try to find, okay, if there is any extra file generated, okay, when I try to find the files in this directory, as you can see that there is no extra file that is generated. It means the compilation was a failure, compilation was not successful, right? So that is the reason there was no binary code that got generated, right? So therefore, compile time errors are those errors that are generated during compile time by the compiler, and if there is any compile time error, then no executable file will be generated. So this is the first kind of error. Now let me move on to the next one. The next one is called as runtime error, right? So what do you mean by runtime error? As the name itself says, the errors that are generated during runtime, or the errors that are generated during the execution time, are called as runtime errors. It means you give your source code to the compiler. Compiler will compile the code. Compiler has not found any problem with the syntax. Therefore, it has converted that source code into binary code. It means an executable file is generated. But when you run that executable file, or when you execute that executable file, okay, there are certain instructions which the CPU cannot handle. Okay, the CPU is not able to execute your program successfully, and the program would crash in between, right? So in between the execution, the program crashes. I mean, the program is crashed by the operating system because the CPU is unable to execute certain nasty instructions, right? Say for example, if you try to do a divide by zero, or if your program is trying to access a memory that is belonging to some other process, okay, in all such scenarios, okay, the CPU would actually generate an exception, throw an exception, and your operating system would crash the program, so that you don't do anything bad with the rest of your computer system, or with the rest of the other computer programs, right? So that is called as your runtime error. Okay, so let me show that practically to you. Right, so as you can see, we have a program written called as runtime error.c. Let me open that file and see what is happening in that piece of code. Okay, so as you can see in this piece of code, okay, I am trying to divide a number with a 0, that is not two numbers and the one being 0, that is 5 divided by 0, and 5 divided by 0 is illegal for the CPU, and the CPU will not be able to execute this instruction. Okay, anything divided by 0 is an exception, right? Now how do I figure out whether there is a runtime error? So let me run this code. So before running the code, let me compile this code and see if there is a executable file generated. Okay, so now let me compile this code. I'm compiling this using the compiler CC. Okay, so yes, I executed the compiled the code. So once I compile the code, okay, so there is no compile time error because compiler has not found any kind of syntax problem. But and then it generated an executable file called as a.out. So a.out is the binary file that has been generated. Right now it's time for us to execute this code. Let us execute and see if our CPU is generating any exception or not. Right, so I'm running this code by saying /a.out. Okay, and when I press enter, as you can see, there is a runtime exception that has been generated by the CPU. It says floating point exception with a signal number 8. Okay, so this is called as runtime error. It means the program has been crashed. It could not execute this divide by 0, and the CPU said to the operating system that no boss, I'll not be able to run this code, and the operating system, okay, so just crash the program in between. So this error which you get during runtime when the program is being executed is called as runtime error. Right, that is the second kind of error. So it is generated during execution time. CPU is unable to execute the assembly instruction. Okay, and the program crashes in between the execution. These are the 3 points about runtime error. Right, now let us learn about logical error. Right, now what do you mean by logical error? Now logical error has nothing to do with the syntax nor with the CPU instruction. Right, so you're according to the compiler, your program is right, your source code is right. Okay, and when you give the source code to your compiler converts that into assembly code or the binary code, or it generates an executable file. So there is no problem with the syntax. Okay, and then when you run that executable file, or when you execute that executable file, the program will not crash. Okay, and you will get an output. But the problem is that the output that you get will not be the one that you actually desired. It means you won't be getting the desired output, right? So such kind of errors are called as logical errors. It means there is a problem with the logic of the code that you have written. They are called as logical errors, right? So for example, let me show you an example practically. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a program called as logical error.c. We have a source file logical error.c. Now let me open that file and see what is there inside that file. Yes, we have a source code, okay, which is trying to find the average of three numbers 555. Okay, so generally it's a very simple calculation. If suppose you want to find the average of three numbers, then the those three numbers has to be summed, that is has to be added, and the sum of those three numbers has to be divided by 3, isn't it? But the problem is that the programmer has done some mistake. Okay, so without his knowledge he has actually written it as 2. Okay, and so the actual answer had to be 5 plus 5 plus 5 divided by 5 had to become 5. Okay, but it is 5 plus 5 10 plus 5 is so the average would be, let me calculate over here. Okay, so it is 5 plus 5 plus 5, okay, divided by 3, which is nothing but 10 plus 5 is 15 divided by 3, and the average has to be 5, isn't it? Okay, so this was the output that we were actually expecting, but because there was a problem with the logic, okay, so we have divided it by 2, and therefore, okay, we won't get that output. Rather, we would get some other output other than 5. Okay, now let me compile this program. As you can see that there is no compile time error. Okay, and then let me run this code. When I run this program, what happens? There is no runtime error also. Okay, but we get an output very successfully. We get an output, but what happened was that the output is not the one which we actually desired, right? So the average had to be 5. The average had to be 5, and it had to be divided by 3, but we get the average as 7. And the reason for this is that there is a problem with the logic, right? So instead of writing it as 3, instead of saying divide by 3, we wrote it as divide by 2, and that is the reason we get this logical error. Right, so logical error is the error that we get when we actually have, or we have done some mistake in the program logic. So such kind of errors are called as logical errors. Okay, so to have a quick recap, Okay, so what do you mean by compile time error? The errors that are generated by the compiler during compile time when it finds that there is a problem with the vocabulary of the language or the syntax of the problem or syntax of the language, then the compiler will stop the compilation and throw an error called as compile time error, right? So no executable file is generated when you get a compile time error. Now coming to runtime error, okay, so you give the source code to the compiler actually converts that into binary code because it finds no problem with the syntax, whereas there are certain instructions which the CPU will not be able to execute. Therefore, when you run that code during execution, the CPU will not be able to execute that code, and it indicates the operating system to crash the program, and the program crashes in between, right? So your program terminates in between with, unsuccessfully, right? So such kind of errors which happens during the execution of your program is called as runtime error. Now the third one is called as logical error, okay, which happens because there was a problem with the logic of your program. Okay, you might get the output, but the output that you get might not be the desired one, isn't it? So such kind of errors are called as logical errors. Okay, so hope you clearly understood the difference between compile time error, runtime error, and logical error. Okay, so if you have liked my video, so I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon. So meet you in the next video. I will be coming up with more interesting videos. Until then, take care. Bye bye, see you.